Hey, this is yo, Big Buddy, Josh Robinson of Josh Robinson Fitness, and Brittnye, and we're coming to you about pelvic floor health. I don't know as much about it as she does, but what I know is some of you guys have come to me about, man, when I jump, I pee, or sometimes when I sneeze, I might pee, and my bladder might lose control. You think you cannot do anything for it, and we're in luck. We have Brittnye, who's also a PTA, and she does a lot with these with patients and with some of her clients as well, and she's going to show you some demonstrations. I'm going to come up the side, get out of her way, let her do her thing, maybe help her out when she needs it, but she has the floor now. Tell her what you got.
All right, hey guys, so as Josh said, I'm here to talk about all things pelvic floor. So hopefully by the end of this live, y'all will know a little bit more about what the heck a pelvic floor is.
Oh, bleep that out.
And what it does, what's its function, because it does a lot of moving parts, and then what and how to strengthen. So, and let me just go ahead and say, yes, men do have pelvic floors.
Yeah, oh, tell them that. I forgot to mention
So, believe it or not, most people don't know that. So, men and women, this really does pertain.
Not just transgender men either, all men, right?
All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. So your pelvic floor is a set or group of muscles that's right at the base or the floor, the bottom of your pelvis. And its function is to support and stabilize a lot. So it supports your bladder, your bowel, your uterus, and then it also assists with the closure of everything. So that, with all, going to the bathroom and having that urgency. So it all kind of falls into place. That's why it's just really important to have that knowledge and the tools of knowing what to do. And then it also just stabilizes and provides for trunk and pelvic stability. So how and what exercises do you need to do to strengthen?
Oh, I got a question.
What's your question, sir?
So you said it helps with keeping things closed and open.
Yeah.
So if it helps men, is there our private part or is there a booty hole?
It's actually both.
Okay, it's a good question. I really didn't know.
Yeah.
Guys, I wasn't trying to be funny. I just didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I figured y'all might want to know too.
So it's both. So that's why.
Oh.
So you want to think of your pelvic floor as the hammock of your core. So with any muscle in the body, you actually can strengthen and tone that pelvic floor, because that's what we want. Because if it's weak, and you'll know when it's weak, your body will tell you, you will have all of these other complications and symptoms. And I'm here to tell y'all, it's not normal. You don't have to just, sometimes I pee when I jump, or when I sneeze, or when I cough. No, that does not have to be the case. So those are those bladder symptoms. Maybe needing to go to the restroom all the time, getting up at all hours of the night, more than 3 times is definitely not normal. And then with those bowel symptoms, any pelvic pain with going to the restroom, before, during, and after a bowel movement. So really, really pay attention.
I'm not going to say anything.
And then also, ladies, with the pregnancy, after childbirth, you might have diastasis recti, which is just the separation of the abdominals, and that can be prevented or it can be corrected. So I'm here to tell y'all there is hope, there is help, and let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. So the core exercises that you want to focus on with strengthening the pelvic floor is just abdominal bracing, posterior pelvic tilts, which I know y'all have heard me talk about these, and then you know them and you love them, the Kegel exercises. So we're actually going to do all that laying down first. You want to make sure that you get the grasp of doing everything lying down, and then progress into sitting up and standing. And y'all know those Kegel exercises, there is no excuse to not do them, because you can do those sitting down watching
Girls
TV.
only. Girls only.
No, once again,
okay,
Kegels
my bad.
are for men as well.
Yeah, okay.
So I hope y'all can still see me.
Yeah.
So with the abdominal bracing, woo, that floor is cold.
Woo, woo.
So you want to think about drawing your belly button down towards your spine. So really, really like you're trying to get into those tight pair of jeans and you want to button them up.
They ain't tight no more though, right?
So this is that abdominal bracing. You want to be able to hold it. So hold it for maybe 10 to 15 seconds, and then as you get stronger, increase the duration of the of the reps.
So when you say hold it, what do you mean?
You hold it, so you're still breathing,
Like
obviously.
keeping it flat on the, keeping your back flat on the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
And so that's the abdominal bracing, or that sucking in. Next,
That's a good core exercise too.
Yeah. Next we're going to do the posterior pelvic tilts, which y'all might be a little bit more familiar about. I have talked about these before. We both have. So, once again, drawing the belly button in and down towards the spine, and then you're going to press your lower back into the floor like you're trying to squish a piece of gum. And I don't want to be able to put my hand underneath my lower back. And then you tilt the pelvis. You can actually kind of feel your hip bones and get that tactile cue of being able to feel that tilt. But you want to relax the booty, relax the legs, keep all of the work right in here. All right?
How far up do you go? Or do you go up at all?
What do you mean how far?
Like how far up do you raise? Or are you just kind of moving it? That's it?
So that's a good question, because a lot of people want to turn it into a bridge.
That's what I was asking.
That is not the case. Your booty should not lift off the ground.
So it looks like on both exercises right now, if I just saw you and you didn't talk, I think, well, she ain't doing it. She's taking that.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look like I'm doing a lot of work, but it's a lot of internal work. Anytime you're working with the core, you want to think about bringing everything in and down. All right.
Sounds good. Makes sense. And I'll tell you this, I will say this, because I do know a little bit about the pelvic tilts, is if you don't know if you're being flat, have your friend, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, put their hand at your back and you say, don't let me pull my hand out.
Exactly.
You will keep your hand tight.
That's a good test.
That's also a good way to do your crunches too, by the way. We're going to talk about that because we're going to pelvic health, but just a little tip there.
All right. And then last but not least, you got your Kegel exercises.
We can't really demonstrate.
Which is not, I can't really demonstrate, but I can tell y'all, and there's two ways of saying. So if you're peeing and then you stop the flow.
Oh, yeah, okay, like you're trying to stop, somebody's coming, like for guys, like, oh,
exactly. You want to lift and squeeze. Or, this one's my favorite, and I know Josh will get a laugh.
Uh-oh.
If you're in an elevator, a crowded elevator, and close proximity to a lot of people, and you feel like you're about to pass some gas.
Well, I've been doing Kegel exercise all my life.
No. You want to prevent from passing gas.
Well, I do that too.
So you squeeze. So that's the feeling that the Kegels are. And once again, there's a difference too. You can do long holds, which is where you want to hold for about 20 seconds. Do it about 10 to 15 times, or you can do, like, they're called little quick flicks. So just kind of, play around with it. You know your body, but just, when you're driving, get on those Kegels. Okay. All right, last but not least, and I'm going to have lovely Josh.
I'm her lovely assistant today.
Yes.
Vanna Josh. What do you want me to do?
I want you to lay on your back, sir.
All right. I've learned my lesson. You said the floor was cold.
So not also do we want to strengthen the core when it comes to our pelvic floor, but we also want to strengthen our hip muscles. So if you think about it, it's all connected. So especially when those hips rotate, you are lifting that pelvic floor. So let's just go ahead and start with our basic straight leg raises. Yep, so he's still got that core nice and tight.
Still tight.
Yes. Booty is nice and tight. Notice that he's got his foot in a neutral position and he's flexing his foot, so you're going to get that hamstring engagement as well. Yep, go ahead. Make sure you want to start out and do about 2 sets of 10 or so, and then as you feel like you're getting stronger, progress, 3 sets of 10. And these are exercises that you can do additional to those workouts that we give y'all. All right, next, feet together a little bit more than hip width apart. Yep, there you go. I'm sorry, yeah. And your core is nice and tight. Booty, squeeze, and you're gonna lift up into a bridge. Yeah, all the way up. There you go, all the way down. Good. And with your bridges, you want to make sure that you are able to kind of lift your toes. So you really want to focus on driving into your heels, squeezing your booty. Make sure that core is
This
nice
also
and
works
tight.
that booty. Woo, I feel that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a donkey don't get some worky work.
So 2 sets of 10, progress from there. Last but not least, we have our clamshells. So go ahead.
All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm doing fire hydrants. I just want to pee on the floor. I don't know what's going on. Clamshells.
There we go.
Here.
Sorry, I keep walking in front of you. Okay, so he's got his hips stacked on top of each other. Feet are going to be glued together. Core's nice and tight. And then he's going to open and close. So as that hip is rotating, or as he's taking that leg up and down, that pelvic floor is lifting up. So remember, it's all connected.
So, and also, correct me if I'm wrong, people want to lean back. Make sure your hips forward, right?
Yes, that's why I said make sure everything is forward, hips are stacked on top of each other, feet glued together, and then you're taking those legs open and close.
Don't worry about how high you go. Just worry about how good you can get
It
without
is
running.
not
Because
about
a lot of people
height.
I know do this.
Exactly.
Ooh, I've been doing these clamshells.
That's not doing you any good. You're not getting the full benefit of the exercise. As y'all know, there's always a progression. You can put a band right around, right above your knees to provide that resistance.
Yeah, done that before.
Yes.
That's tough. That also works your booty too.
And then, just to do with those clamshells, you've also got reverse clamshells. So I don't know if you've ever done these
I ain't never
before.
done reverse clamshells.
All right.
You didn't tell me this.
He's gonna learn today.
She's doing exercise in here we can talk about.
So this time you're gonna keep your knees glued together,
Oh, go.
hips stacked on top of each
Oh, I might not
other,
even be able to do this one.
and then you're gonna lift from
okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna be lifting my whole body up. Like, this ain't gonna happen.
No.
I'm sorry, people. I can't do that. But
And if I had y'all like in a classroom right now, where would you guess to put the band? Yes, right around the ankles.
not ready for that yet.
But that's a progression. But hopefully these exercises and these tools that y'all know now will help with that pelvic floor strengthening. You see the importance of it. You definitely don't want a weak pelvic floor because it comes with all kinds of complications that you don't have to live with. It can be helped. It can be prevented.
Sounds good. So a real quick question, and then we're gonna get out of here, get out of y'all's hair. So with the exercises, how many days a week should they do it? How many reps? What do you recommend with that?
So with the hip exercises that we just showed y'all, start out with like 2 sets of 10, and then progress from there 4 times a week, at least.
Okay.
And then also with the core exercises, with the abdominal bracing, with the pelvic tilts, and with the Kegel exercises, you want to do at least 10 to 15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a certain amount? Is there a certain amount they shouldn't go past? I know with leg raises. Leg raise is also good for your knees, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So I remember I was told like, don't go above 45 for that.
I was gonna say 50.
Okay.
So yeah,
Fair
that's right in that range.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, guys and girls. I know when guys first heard about this, like, why are they talking about belt? Like, you taking me out of this Facebook Live, but it does help. It will help a lot. If you have, and I don't know if it's true. You might tell me if it's not, like leaky gut. Like, would that help with
most
that?
definitely.
Right. And
Most definitely.
I know I used to have I still do have a hard time holding my gas in, so I'm going to have to work on that.
Yeah.
But that really helps for both, and that's good to know. Anything else you want to add for them? Anything else they might need to know? Are we good to sound off? What you got?
No, I just want to make sure that y'all are reaching out. Any, whatever your body's feeling, or if you're like, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, because you always want to make sure that you've got proper form with doing these exercises, because obviously it's key. And some of these exercises, especially like the posterior pelvic tilt and the Kegels, you have to feel that in your body. So once your body feels that, you're like, oh, okay, that's what it needs to feel like.
You know what? That leads me to something else real quick because you said that. I know some people are embarrassed about this. I know for me, it's hard for me to talk. That's why I couldn't do this video. Because, like, I don't, because women, I've had plenty of women that talk to me about it. And I had a PT place that said, well, we'll take you to a therapist. And it's helped them a lot. She's with me now. She can help you a lot, but don't be embarrassed about it. It's
definitely not.
She said it's not normal. It's not normal to have forever because you can get past it. It's like it's not supposed to be something you deal with. but it's normal for a lot of people to have it at some point in their life, especially after having kids.
Exactly.
So just reach out, let one of us know. We'll help you any way we possibly can, and we will get you there. All right. Without further ado, let's get this right this time. This is your big buddy. These are your besties. We're your biggest fan. And let's go get results, baby.